Podcast. Nimpods. Nimpodcast.
That's how we start. That's how we start. Well, we have comments on the trailer.
Are we going? You're 30.
This is the intro to the podcast. It's the trailer for McManus and Sons. Let's talk about McManus and Sons. Nimpods 43. First, let's actually talk about a little bit about the droppage of the trailer. We haven't talked about anything. Like, we don't talk about anything. This is the problem with it. We got to talk.
When did we release? When did we?
It's like it was in 2019, December 13th.
Oh, what?
It's Cal's birthday.
Before Christmas.
Yep. It has 635 views. And I'd like to just shout out here a few of the people that made comments. Because this is what we are here. We shout out everybody, and we go deep dive. We find their MySpace pages.
First comment, we're going to their MySpace.
TMFKNK. I think it's like Tim Effin NK. Okay?
Is it almost like...
He says, I was feeling kind of sad, and then I've got a bit of gas at the end. Laugh my ass off.
So yeah.
I think he was just, like, overall, it's a kind of a sad trailer overall. It's McGhee. We know it's McGhee. This looks really good.
Thank you.
Guys. Sean Michael McHattie. This is awesome, Jamie. Didn't know you did acting as well. You're great. I've learned a bit of your style watching DDE and have used a lot of your editing style in my videos on my other car channel, You Demand. Now, this is kind of like, there's a lot kind of dissect here. Is I edit for a YouTube channel called DDE. It's a car channel, and he thought that Dan was me because I'm a twin. So there's a lot to dissect there. So I told him that I was more of the camera guy, and my brother is the actor. Jason T says, "Damn, this looks amazing, guys." Thanks, Jason T.
I gotta say, though, like, trailers are easy.
Yes.
And it's one of those things where I didn't
want to say that. I honestly, I didn't want to say that.
No, I have a hard time, like...
Different media. This is Forrest. Big shout out to Forrest. He says, this looks so epic. And then Paul Whittington, the legend that is Paul Whittington, says, It looks awesome, guys. Looking forward to seeing this one. If you haven't checked out Paul Whittington's channel and different media, I'm sure these other channels are great too. I haven't checked out much. It's McGhee is good too. Check out all those channels.
Paul Whittington, for his visuals, just knocks it out of the park. Like, he's just, you can tell, like, he gives a fuck about the image. Like,
yeah,
he cares about the image.
He's also, like, a very super talented animator.
Does stop motion stuff.
There's
it's probably on his channel. He did some shorts, stop motion shorts. They're like, and they're amazing. They won like tons of awards and stuff.
I think one of them like kind of has quite a few views. Like, and this is, we're talking like 12 years old.
Yeah. No, it's
not like he hasn't done anything. It's just like he's been doing this for a long time.
The visuals are just phenomenal.
Finally got to meet him like maybe 3 years ago, but I've known Paul for probably over at least 10 years. Oh, more than that. Probably closer to 20 years actually.
Very gifted.
And he's yeah. There's the one guy we need to work with more actually. Or at all. Branch out, but yeah, Paul. Actually, I was going to talk about I finally watched John Gardner's short How to Hide a Dead Body with Clayton, Clayton's in our McManus and Sons movie. And I thought it was really good. I mean, John doesn't really like make shit.
John,
he's not like us.
He's another like another just talented guy.
Yeah.
Just really spot on writing, like the dialogue.
He's always had that.
Always very fresh. I remember watching one of, like, I don't know if it was one of his first shorts, but it was like way back in the day.
Oh,
like close.
I think it was 2001.
20 years ago.
Probably, yeah.
And I can't remember the name of it, but it was just really good. But it was the name of like this a CD, like this. It's just an ex-girlfriend and the ex-boyfriend. They're like getting together.
Was it a CD? I thought it was a tape.
It was like a tape or a CD that he had written all these songs about this ex-girlfriend.
Wasn't he trying to like prove that he was over her or something.
She's just sad.
And then she found this though. No, there's some sort of like
I think he had mailed it or something he had mailed it to her or something, and then just
I have to watch it
to
again.
win her back or something.
I think I asked him if it was online, and I don't think he said.
I just remember really it's still stuck with me because I just remember it being very like.
Well, I remember watching it and be like, "Oh, that's the best short here."
Yeah.
I remember John Gardner. Like I remember the name.
It just the writing was just very crisp and very like fresh.
Yeah, we were pretty young then.
Very like indicative of that sort of that like it reminded me. I guess it probably reminded me a lot of like sort of like a Clerks, that sort of like that.
Yeah,
a little bit underground, a little bit of indie, a little bit of rock star.
Yeah, for sure.
A little punk rock.
Well, and then the newest, like I think this is the newest short, the How to Dead Body.
It was really good. I loved the world that he created. Like
in such a short amount of time,
the
you
guys
have like
the scooters.
You got
and
the scooter gangster.
But it was like you knew there was like this world. that we could like I want to see more stories in that world. Like, where like who is this guy? Like not that you need to know who this guy is, but you he's a dink, right?
Yeah. Highly recommend. I think he just posted it on YouTube, like publicly.
Yeah,
I think I saw it on
won
there.
a bunch of like festivals and stuff.
Won a ton, I think.
At the very least, it got into a lot of festivals. But
Dave Penick's in it, and who's the third guy? Rich. Trevally? Trevall? Really good short. Check it out on John Gardner's site. I think his YouTube's just John Gardner.
Yeah, I think so.
It's not even that
I just
sick.
feel like I feel like we're like one little tiny earthquake from like dying in here.
Well, we're pretty far away from all.
There'll be a loud.
There really should be a back shot.
There'll be a loud.
A back
crash.
shot is like absolutely insane.
There's stuff that's literally like going.
Yeah, but my argument is that like we didn't really add a lot to it. It was already kind of there.
In a lot of ways, it's like
basically what I'm saying is if I die or get injured, I think I can have. I have.
You have a case here.
I have a case
for what?
That I didn't do it. That's what I'm saying. What else do you want to talk about? They're tearing down our old school. They're tearing down the old school. I don't know what tune that is. It's just my own. Copyright Jamie Francis.
Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah, they're ripping right up. I think it's completely full of asbestos. I don't think it's really been used like.
So it's full of asbestos and black mold.
Oh, is it a black mold thing? Is that what it was?
Oh, I imagine it's fucking moldy as hell. There's like
I think there's holes in the roof.
Yeah,
I think
there's huge leaks and stuff.
But I think
it's been leaking for 20 years.
Yeah, I mean, it hasn't had any people in it for 20 years, really.
No, I mean, it's probably rank in there.
I'm looking forward to because I live like literally like 2 feet away from it.
What are they going to do with it?
I think probably just sell it eventually.
Are they just?
I think they're just going to bulldoze it. I mean, they're gutting it right now.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess that's not very interesting because nobody, schools go down.
Schools go down. Yeah, but it's it means something to us at some point. In some point in time it did.
Spent a lot of time in the school.
A lot of memories in that Crofton Elementary.
We were at elementary school like so long ago. It's crazy.
94 was our last year in elementary school?
I guess so. Is that how it works?
94, 95, I guess.
Let's go to sports ball, Nimpods sports ball for a second. Last episode, I'm sorry, any non-sports ball fans, we kind of went a little bit off on a bunch of sports.
Don't be sorry.
I am gonna apologize because I want to.
There's a skip button.
My life.
I'm sure they're gonna skip through this. They're probably just hearing you as Chipmunk anyway. Don't apologize for what we're talking about. Fuck.
Going live on.
Fuck it, we're going live. Live.
Yeah.
That's hits the algorithm like 3 lives.
Yeah.
Hits the algorithm.
We do have a user. Could just be us. Could be probably Krista maybe.
No, she's not swearing at me yet.
What's that?
It's not Krista. She's not swearing at me.
Oh yeah, that's true. We got to focus on the actual podcast. If anybody has anything to say on the chat, we'll answer any kind of questions. Nothing's off limits. Do you have off limits? Do you have like?
It's McGhee says sup.
Oh hey, we just
sup. It's McGhee. We just we've already
given you shout out. So that's it. Oh, it's KC250. Hey man, how's it going?
That's an interesting mic mod you have there. Well, this one, what happened was Jay, he actually borrowed this mic back in the
Years
day
ago.
when I just bought it.
I'm never gonna live this
And
down.
He killed it, and my little brother, our little brother, Steven,
Kind of arc welded together.
he fixed it.
Thanks for checking out our stupid podcast. Well, we got the phone set up here. It's not actually what the frame is on our like. Once the podcast goes like public, once it's edited, it's gonna look a lot better. We got a sick setup back here, but you can't see it here. We just look like a bunch of. We forgot about this. You even got some fog in the background.
That's what they're coming for.
That's what they're coming for. Coming for the fog. They were just gonna do the close up of the fog. Casey actually has a YouTube channel, and it's what was it? He hit a pretty big milestone. I think it was 10,000 or 20,000 subscribers.
Local?
He'll probably correct me. It's probably a lot more than that. But it's
200,000.
No, I think it was like 10 or 20 or something like that.
Nice. 7K.
7K. Oh, I thought it was like more like a round number. But that's pretty sick, though.
Nice.
He does like kind of off-roading stuff, and
Oh, cool.
he's got like this Jurassic Park. It's kind of like Jurassic Park, right? Like the main.
They were the Explorers, right? Ford Explorer?
What?
They were Ford Explorers.
Oh, I don't know. Is that what they were?
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
It's a Jeep.
Jeep, yeah. Sorry, I'm.
But the in the movie,
Yeah.
Were they not Ford Explorers?
Yeah, I'm not.
It's a Jeep.
Apologies.
Well, of course he's off-roading. He has a Jeep. He's not gonna have a Ford Explorer.
No, I knew it wasn't a Ford Explorer. You
No, it's me. I fucked that up.
Yeah.
If he's an off-roader, of course he's got a Jeep.
I'm not as a.
Yeah, it's dope, isn't it?
Yeah. We actually have like, it's so sad. We have like, I found about 4 today looking for them.
You know what's funny is that there's more production value in this podcast than
Our last movie.
I was gonna say all our movies. But we put more thought into the dressing.
Hey Casey, do you go live on YouTube much, or it's so weird? Like
Check.
we're just on a phone, so it's not like sometimes I've done like OBS setups where it's like a lot more complicated, but it's like I just thought we could get people talking on here if we're entertaining enough. Yeah, Casey's from Victoria, I believe, or Victoria area. I say Victoria for everything. Victoria. I don't know why. Even though I'm on the island, I know where different parts of Victoria is.
Well, there's Victoria and there's everywhere else.
Never gone live. Yeah. It's probably a smart thing not to go live. Not saying that you couldn't do it. I'm just saying it's brutal. This is what I do when I'm not editing DDE.
Anything below an hour. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, exactly. Anything below an hour. Somebody asked me like where I was from yesterday, but it was very specific, and I'm like, no, I can't answer this specific question because I'm gonna say Crofton, and you're gonna be like, what? Like people on the island don't even know where Crofton is. So it's, you know what I mean? Duncan, sure.
People know Duncan, I find.
Yeah.
People know Duncan.
Maybe Shemanis. Shemanis is a little kind of.
Maybe they know Duncan for the wrong reasons. That's where we're.
Probably.
That's where we are right now.
We're like in the heart of Duncan actually right now. Editing. Of like the feature. It's coming along. Well, we've noticed with our movie, we had so little coverage. So
it's a lot more challenging to edit, but it's interesting. It's not like it's just a different.
We're probably it's kind of like just a whole different mindset, like editing wise. We're trying to get to this point where it's like more. It's so little coverage. I mean, it's kind of in a weird way, kind of like a vlog. Like kind of like a behind the scenes, like kind of like a documentary. So
that was the idea going in, is to kind of capture it like a documentary.
Because we shot it in basically one day, so we knew we had to get as much just actual story instead of coverage. So we sacrificed coverage for story for more characterization, I guess. If that makes any sense.
I think overall we got some good performances, which is kind of neat. But yeah, it's very little coverage. So we kind of have to. We have to use the footage we have, obviously.
Yeah.
So, but it's challenging, but it's not. It's definitely not it's still not a fail.
No, not at all.
Just some tweaks to. What we're trying to do is kind of work on a system, in a way, like a new system
Because we want to do a bunch of these kind of movies.
And
like
we're just
this
got
way.
some tweaks. We got some ideas of how, better to do it, but it's getting there. We're probably about 60% of that system
Yeah.
in place. Mm-hmm. Definitely some things that we will do more, do better.
You got anything else? Oh, sports ball. We're going to talk about the Astros thing. Do you want to talk about the Astros thing?
It'll kind of beat to death, isn't it?
Yeah. Well, it's kind of coming back.
Beat to death. Get it? Like,
beating the drum. Beating the trash can. Is it a trash can? Trash can, right?
yeah.
No, apparently there's a guy that, I guess we could just like touch on it, but there's a ex-Blue Jay. I don't know if he was playing for the Blue Jays at the time, but he pitched against the Astros, and there's been some kind of like connection to being that they cheated the most in that game. So
and he hasn't played
since.
Since
Because he got lit up.
He wants to sue the Astros for basically finishing
Killing
his career.
Which, I don't know. Do you think that's like a...
And this is stemming from if people don't know, like the Astros stealing signs scandal, which is in baseball, you can steal signs, which is it's totally kind of like this unwritten thing. You can steal signs, but manually, but the Astros, they went like a step further and like used a camera in center field that had a good sight for the signs, the catcher signs, and then that was relayed to a guy who was like banging trash cans, sort of like two Morse code, basically, like two thumps was like a curveball or blah blah, right? So the batter would know what's coming. And this was stemming from, they actually won the World Series in 2017, and this is what they've been accused of basically winning World Series because of this.
Yeah.
So it's in baseball, it's pretty big news. it's I find it fairly interesting, but kind of sad. I was an Astros fan.
Yeah.
They have some of my favorite players on that team, but yeah.
But who knows what's going to happen? Like are they going to be a good? Do you think they're going to be as good as they are?
Totally the same.
Yeah, I think so too. I think they're going to have a killer year.
Totally. Got anything else?
Got any final questions? Anybody got a... I feel like weird asking about, like, hey, ask us a question, because we're so effing interesting. You know? But sometimes there is the odd, like, curveball questions. I like them. I add to it.
No banging trash cans, though.
What about I ask somebody a question? If Casey's still here... my phone's saying. No.
That's weird.
Hey Casey, if you're still there, I was just wondering, what's your plans with like your YouTube? Do you have, like, I know you do like the kind of the off-road stuff, but what's your future in like, where do you come from too? Like in the aspect of like, did you like videos before? Like, did you make little movies with your brothers or like siblings or friends or something back in the day? I'm always kind of curious on how people start doing YouTube, or just videos in general. And same with It's McGhee. Like, what's your past? What's your, like, what made you want to get into? I know you do like shorts and stuff, and you want to do features and stuff. Is it like the writing, the shooting of stuff, editing, post? Writing. I was gonna say that too. Actually, I knew
it's cool. You got answers.
Yeah.
Thought you were gonna hang in the dry.
Yeah, Casey, that's cool. So I bought a GoPro at Costco one day and started making a video. That's so cool. Like, seriously, so cool.
But that's the thing. Like,
but I hear Dave say that a lot on the vlogs. Actually,
but you do hear,
and Damon.
Not even with videos necessarily, just with anything. Like, it's like, oh, like I do a little bit of drawing and stuff, and then people will be like, oh, it'd be great I'd love to be able to draw. But it's like truly, if you want, you'll find the time.
Oh, totally. I was read a thing. Guess the average American watches TV. I mean, I'm not bashing people watching TV. The average American watches how many hours of TV a day?
A day? I don't know,
5
hours.
Yeah, I think so. Casey says, I don't like how it goes away. So instead of sleeping in on Sundays, I get up at 6 a.m. and edit my weekly video.
That's punk rock.
So cool.
I love it.
Well, that's literally what I did.
You find time.
I did that all the time. Like I worked at...
You do realize you do end up... And then what's cool about it too, if you actually like really enjoy it, and it sounds like you do, is it's not like work, and it's like it actually kind of pumps you up for the rest of the day. That's what I find too, especially if this is kind of particularly like morning stuff. Like I was getting up fairly early to do things like draw and stuff, and it just kind of your mood. I don't know. I found my mood was so much better because I've actually got it. I've actually exercised, some creativity and stuff. Like it's kind of like basically exercising. In a way, right? You're exercising your mind, and then for the rest of the day, my mood's so much better because I'm like, I'm knocking this out.
I worked at a hospital, and I would usually work evenings because I'd have to drive all the way down to past Nanaimo to Victoria. I did that every day, 3 to 11, and then but in the morning I would work pretty much every day, like just grinding. I mean, that's all it is, just kind of making videos and making stuff for people, and eventually get to just do it all the time. You just end up starting doing it all the time, and then it's like, oh, wait a minute, like this is what I'm doing now. This is kind of like, yeah, you hear that a lot about just. I love the story of just Dave and Damon. They do that a lot. I see on the vlogs is they, people just ask them, just ask them like, oh, how do you get started? It's like, just effing start. You got to start. You just got to do it.
And things like I think there's like sort of a crippling you can have too, because there is so many options like to do things now.
Yeah,
but I mean most phones that have decent quality video and stuff like.
Oh yeah.
There's really no excuse if you want to do videos.
Totally. I mean, back when we started, it was brutal,
but still doable.
Yeah.
But yeah, there's no smartphones or anything.
Yeah, make a living driving a Jeep around and making videos. That'd be sweet.
Well, you're getting there. 7K subs.
7K. Just, yeah. Some channels, like, just all of a sudden just explode, right? Yeah. $400 GoPro.
We've had bad luck with GoPros.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
That's so funny because, like every time a new GoPro comes out, I'm like, oh, this one's sick. That's got, 1,000 frame rate or, frames or whatever. But, every time maybe we're just really hard on them. I mean, hard on a GoPro is kind of weird. Like we use that one once. Hero 8 is great, but if you now Hero 8 has that like crazy like built-in smoothing and stuff.
Well, that's the thing though. He's talking about like not everything's gonna do exactly what you want to do.
Totally. Like a phone too, right?
You got to play to its strengths.
Yeah, waiting around to like get the right gear and stuff is also like it's so easy to do. It's like, oh, I'll just do this when I get a better camera or whatever. I'll start it when I get a good camera.
Yeah,
that's always that.
Yeah, good for you for starting, and good for you with
I follow his
success.
I follow his journey. I like local guys killing the game.
Well, even like Forrest, when you started following Forrest,
he had like less than us.
He didn't have many subs, but now he's just he's doing really well.
He's in the he's
100,000, I think.
Yeah, maybe something close to that.
I don't know if Forrest is too good to come on.
Yeah, he's too good to come on now. So
he must be big time.
Yeah,
big time.
That's awesome.
All right.
I think I'm
ready to.
Yeah,
ready to go.
It's still freaking cold in here.
Yeah, it's a little cold. We got to get some kind of heater or some kind of setup here.
Thanks for checking us out. Well, we're gonna try to do this a lot more often.
Yep.
And
thanks for coming, guys.
Yeah,
and be safe out there.
Just a couple of Nimpods up to no good. A couple of Nimpods up to no good. See what we're doing there? It's Nimrods. But it's a podcast with Nimpods.